When my father died, he told Oliver to make sure that I was brought up to be a noble gentleman. Instead, I'm doing his chores and he treats me like trash.
What are you messing up now?
Look, I know you are my eldest brother, but you need to realize that I have as much of our father in me as you. Even if society does give older brothers the better end of the stick. Ouch! If you hate me so much, give me my freedom or give me my share of the inheritance, then I can leave.
And what wilt thou do? Beg when that is spent? I will not long be troubled with you.
No, I'll not be long trouble with you.
Good Monsieur Charles. What's the new news at the new court?
The old Duke Senior has been banished by his younger brother, the new Duke Frederick.
Can you tell if Rosalind, the Duke's daughter, be banished with her father?
Oh no. Duke Frederick's daughter Celia grew up with Rosalind, and Celia loves her cousin so much that she would have either followed her into exile or died of grief.
Where will old Duke Senior live?
They say he is already in the forest of Arden, and many merry men with him.
You wrestle tomorrow before the new Duke?
I am given, sir, secretly to understand that your younger brother Orlando is going to try and fight me.
I'd be just as happy if you broke his neck as his finger.
If he come tomorrow, I'll give him his payment.
I hope I shall see an end of him, for my soul hates nothing more than he, even if we do share blood. This wrestler shall clear all.
I feel like playing a game. Let's fall in love.
Forget games. A wrestling match is upon us.
Maybe there will be a handsome man so you can play your game. What did I tell you? Go talk to him. You said you wanted to fall in love.
Young man, have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
No, fair princess. He is the general challenger. I try to fight him using the advantage of my youth.
For your safety, we beg you to forfeit the match.
Do, young sir. Your reputation shall not therefore be misprized.
I cannot do that, but please, let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me to my trial.
Fare you well, dear sir. Excellent young man.
A passion hangs these weights upon my tongue. Never mind. I must hasten away to the forest where Oliver will be upset I won.
You know, I should hate Orlando because my father hated his father.
Do not hate him, Celia. Let me love him, and love him because I do.
Rosalind, I'm banishing you. Within these 10 days, if that thou be'st found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
What crime have I committed that I deserve this?
Thou art thy father's daughter. There's enough.
If she is a traitor, then so am I.
She takes all the attention away from you because people pity her. I'm doing this for you, Celia. She is banished.
Then banish me too, for I cannot live without her company.
You are a fool. Rosalind, if you aren't out of here soon, you'll be executed.
I am going with you. Let my father seek another heir. We will go to the forest of Arden to find your father.
But we're girls. What danger will befall us traveling like this?
We'll put ourselves together in poor and mean attire with a kind of umber smirch on our faces.
Were it not better, because that I am more than common tall, that I dress like a man? I shall be called Ganymede.
And I, Aliena.
Do you think we could get Touchstone to come with us?
He'll go along o'er the wide world with me. Get our jewels and wealth together, and I shall go talk to him.
Oh, Jupiter, how weary are my spirits.
I care not for my spirits if my legs were not weary.
I pray you bear with me. I cannot go further.
Oh, Corin, if you only understood how I love her.
I'm sure I can understand. I've been in love too, you know.
Alas, poor shepherd. Hearing him talk of his wounded heart reminds me of mine own.
We that are true lovers run into strange keepers.
Ask that man if he for gold will give us any food. I faint almost to death.
Holla, you clown.
Who calls?
Your betters, sir.
Well, if they weren't my betters, they'd be very wretched.
Peace, Peace, I say, peace. Please, can you tell us where we can rest and find something to eat?
If there is anything on hand, I will be happy to share it with you. But this place shall soon be bought, most likely by the man you just saw.
We'll pay you for the cottage, pasture, and flock.
I like this place, and willingly could waste my time in it.
I will your very faithful feeder be, and buy it with your gold right now.
A fool, a fool. I met a fool in the forest.
What fool is this?
A worthy fool, one that hath been a courtier. Oh, I wish I were a fool like he.
You shall be one.
That's all I want from you, as long as you promise to get rid of the idea that I am wise.
Forbear and eat no more.
But I haven't eaten yet. Of what kind should this cock come of?
You're either acting out of hardship or because you hate manners. Sit down and feed, and welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently? I'm sorry for my behavior. I thought all was savage here.
True is it that we have seen better days.
Then please, forgive me.
Thou seest we are not all alone unhappy. This wide and universal theatre presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play in.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages.
I see now that you are Sir Roland's son. I am the Duke that loved your father. Please, tell me of your situation.
All the pictures fairest lined are but black to Rosalind. Let no fair be kept in mind but the fair of Rosalind.
But upon the fairest boughs, or at every sentence end, will I, Rosalinda, write, teaching all that read to know the quintessence of every sprite heaven would in little show. Didst thou hear these verses?
Oh, yes, I heard them all, and more, too. I don't know who wrote them, though.
It is young Orlando that tripped up the wrestler's heels, and your heart, both in an instant.
Alas the day! What will I do with my men's clothing? He can't see me like this!
Your worst fault is being in love.
'Tis a fault I will not change for your best virtue.
I'll tarry no longer with you. Farewell, good Signor Love.
I am glad of your departure. Adieu, good Monsieur Melancholy.
I'm going to play a trick on him. Make him think I am a boy. I pray you, have you seen a man that abuses our young plants with carving Rosalind in their barks?
I am he that is so love-shaked.
Are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is merely a madness. But I promise I can cure you with some advice.
Did you ever cure any so?
Yes, but call me Rosalind and come every day to my cottage for your lesson.
Now, by the faith of my love, I will. Tell me where it is.
Come with me and I'll show you.
See, Audrey, I am here with thee and thy goats. I love your goats as much as you do. Is this enough to convince you I love you so?
I mean, sure.
I will marry thee. I have already called upon Sir Oliver Martex to marry us here. Who knows? Maybe there will be other weddings as well.
Why did he swear he would come this morning and comes not?
Mistress, master, you have often inquired about the lovesick shepherd you saw me with the day I met you. Well, follow me if you want to see the woman full of scorn and disdain.
Sweet Phoebe, do not scorn me. Say that you love me not, but say not so in bitterness.
Look, I don't want to hurt you.
If you ever fall in love, then you will know what I am enduring.
Till that time, come thou not near me.
And who are you to insult and exalt this wretched man? You are 1,000 times properer a man than she a woman. You should be asking for this man's forgiveness.
I'd rather hear you scold me for a whole year than this man woo me for a minute.
He's fallen in love with your foulness, and she'll fall in love with my anger. Shepherdess, give him another chance.
I used to hate you, and I still do not love you. But I will endure, and I'll employ thee too. Your first task is to deliver a very taunting letter that I shall write to that irritable boy.
Where have you been?
I'm only an hour late, my dear Rosalind.
Break an hour's promise in love? No matter. What would you say to me if I were your Rosalind?
I would kiss before I spoke.
Nay, you had better speak first, and when you run out of things to say, then kiss.
How if the kiss be denied?
That means she's making you beg.
Gosh, even a frown from her would kill me.
No, her frown wouldn't hurt a fly. But come, now, I will be your Rosalind, and ask me what you will. I will grant it.
Then love me, Rosalind, and wilt thou have me?
Yes, Orlando.
I'm sorry, but I must attend the Duke at dinner.
That thou didst know how many fathom deep I am in love.
I've been trying to find you. My Phoebe did bid me give you this.
She says I am not fair, that I lack manners. She calls me proud, and that she could not love me. Tell me the truth, Shepherd, did you write this?
I know not the contents. Phoebe did write it.
It looks like a man wrote this. Wilt thou love such a woman? No, don't even answer that. Here comes more people. Just read it and leave.
Excuse me, are you the shepherd Orlando doth call Rosalind?
I am.
Orlando doth commend him to you both, and to you he sends his bloody napkin. Orlando found his older brother asleep under a tree, about to be attacked by a lioness.
That brother is foul. Did he leave him to be food for the lioness?
His kindness got the best of him. He fought the lioness and defeated her, which is when from miserable slumber I awakened.
Are you his brother? Didn't you try to kill him?
I was once that man, yes, but not anymore. We reconciled, and he brought me to the Duke, who treated me kindly. I bound Orlando's wounds from the lioness, and he sent me to find you.
Is't possible that on so little acquaintance you should like her? That but seeing you should love her? Do you really mean to marry her?
I do love Aliena.
Let your wedding be tomorrow. Go you and prepare Aliena, for look you, here comes my Rosalind.
God save you, brother.
And you, fair sister.
It is great happiness that your brother and my sister no sooner met but they looked, no sooner looked but they loved, no sooner loved but they sighed, no sooner sighed but they asked one another the reason, no sooner knew the reason but they sought the remedy.
They shall be married tomorrow. But what bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes.
If you do love Rosalind so near the heart as your gesture cries it out, when your brother marries Aliena, shall you marry her? I know where she is, and I will send her to you tomorrow.
Really?
It was rude of you to let him read that letter.
Why don't you love him? He worships you.
Good shepherd, tell this youth what 'tis to love.
It is to be all made of sighs and tears, and so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman. Let's all meet here tomorrow, and those who are meant to be together shall end up married. We already have Oliver and Celia, Aliena getting married tomorrow, as well as Touchstone and Audrey. I have promised to make all this matter even. Keep your word, O Duke, to give your daughter. You yours, Orlando, to receive his daughter. Keep your word, Phoebe, that you'll marry me, or else, refusing me, to wed this shepherd. Keep your word, Silvius, that you'll marry her if she refuse me.
That shepherd boy reminds me of my daughter.
I thought he was your daughter's brother when I first saw him.
If there be truth in sight, you are my daughter.
If there be truth in sight, you are my Rosalind.
If sight and shape be true, why then, my love, adieu.
Peace, ho! I bar confusion. 'Tis I must make conclusion. Here's 8 that must take hands. You and you, no cross shall part. You and you are heart and heart. You to his love must accord, or have a woman to your lord. You and you are sure together as the winter to foul weather.